Hello and welcome to the GTLA Lakers 818 podcast. It's the end of our Christmas day. I just watched 5 straight games of basketball from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. And we just finished watching the Laker game, which is obviously the most important one for today. Lakers played the Timberwolves, and it wasn't a great game for the Lakers. Unfortunately, Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram didn't play. And so I just had a feeling. I had that feeling we weren't going to be able to win without them. And then that's basically what happened. We lost 121 to 104. But what we did see is we got to see Kuzma like in a complete featured role. He had 31 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. 4 3-pointers, excuse me. 2 steals. Oh, no, sorry. He had 31 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, a block, and was 6 of 11 from the 3-point line, which is insane.
What's crazy is that at this point of the season now, I mean, I was kind of expecting that, and that's crazy to say for a rookie. Like, I mean, you with Ingram out and Ball out, you kind of expected to have Kuz have a good game. Like, I really was gonna say he's gonna score 30, maybe even 40 tonight.
Yeah, it's a great sign that he can just do it. Like, I mean, he's been on a crazy streak, like absolutely insane. He's over the last
rookie of the year.
As of the last 10 days or 15 days in the NBA, like Kuzma he looks like the rookie of the year right now. Let's see. So without Ball and Ingram, the Lakers started Clarkson, Hart, Kuzma, Pope, and Andrew Bogut. Let's talk about that interesting lineup switch that happened. So Brook Lopez got injured, which caused Luke Walton to put Bogut in for him and then switch out Nance for Kuzma because Nance is still available. It's not like he wasn't allowed. Well, what do you think about the starting lineup? Like, just any of those things I just
don't
said?
Understand it at all. I mean, like, why when Nance was out, you started Kuzma, okay, and then you had Brook Lopez at the center, and now Brook Lopez is out, but you still bench Nance. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you need the quickness. Like, you don't have Ball, you don't have Ingram tonight, and you have Bogut, who's pretty slow, fouled out the last game, and you have him starting. I just don't understand that. Like, Nance is clearly the better player. Like, I think he should be starting, and we needed like the most minutes out of him. Like, I think like Bogut played like until like the 2-minute mark in the first quarter or something like that.
First, like, and
then JC starting too. Like, that's, I mean, he hasn't started the whole year, and then you just put him in. I mean, that kind of threw him out, but he didn't have that good of a game.
Yeah, Clarkson had 17, 6, and 7, and 4 steals, but
it's not bad.
It's good. But his shooting, he shot 8 of 24. But getting back to the lineup, like, also it's very situational. Who's the matchup? I mean, tonight we're playing against Karl Anthony Towns, who's like a versatile big. Like, that's the kind of like the guy you don't want Bogut guarding. Like, Nance is way better suited as far as being able to move his feet and guard him if he's out on the perimeter.
Dude, Karl Anthony Towns is just like shooting 3-pointers uncontested in that first quarter. He was like, okay, this guy can't guard me out here. I'm just going to shoot 3, or I can even drive around him, dunk it, and he looked really good tonight. But, yeah that lineup, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, let's go. Just finishing up on Kuzma. He's the first rookie since LeBron James in 2003 to score 30 points on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Randall had 16 and 7 today. He was really active, and he's been active as of late. Josh Hart, 12 and 6. And then on the Timberwolves side, Karl Anthony Towns had 21 and 11. Jimmy Butler had 23, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Andrew Wiggins, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. What did you think of the Timberwolves? I mean, they're a potential competition for us in the West. Like, as a young up-and-coming team, like, what do you think of the T-Wolves these days?
No, I mean, they're good. I mean, I don't watch them, but they have a solid lineup. I mean, Jeff Teague he's so under the radar for that team, but I think he's so good for them. I mean, not to mention, obviously, you got Jimmy Butler, I think he started like 7 for 7 today. Wiggins, and like they're up in the playoffs. They should be in the playoffs. But no, they're a great team, and it's tough for the Lakers. I mean, with no Ball and no Ingram, that's definitely gonna affect the team. And I mean, they were in it the whole game today, and then the Wolves went on that 16-1 run or something like that in the fourth, which is just nuts.
Yeah, because we were only down 1 at halftime, but then we ended up losing the game by 17. So yeah, like the energy wasn't there. It just I don't know. It felt like
it's always a sad day when the Lakers lose, but losing like that. I mean, the excitement wasn't there because Ball wasn't playing, Ingram wasn't playing. I kind of felt like we don't really have a chance tonight.
It was almost like it was expected, and it never felt like we were going to win that game. Really, I didn't feel like that to me. And yeah, that marks actually a current 3-game losing streak for the Lakers. So since the last time we talked, our record was 10-18. And when we beat Houston, and then we lost the 3 games in a row, Golden State, Portland, Minnesota. We're now 11-21, which is not looking so good. But if there's one thing that we can hold our heads up about, since the goal of the season is playoffs, is the fact that the Lakers are currently on and just about to end like their toughest stretch of the season. So even though we've racked up a good amount of losses at this point into the season, how many games we played? 32 games so far. Like we've played. Actually, they were saying today, like historically, this is one of the toughest like last 10 days ever in NBA history for the Lakers. Like playing Golden State twice. Crazy. Houston has a great record. Cleveland had is great. So at least for me, what I'm looking at now is this: like this can't be the type of team if we want to make the playoffs. If the plan is to start picking it up after All-Star break, then we're not going to make the playoffs. Like it has the stretch now, New Year's to All-Star break is very key for us, I think. Like because the West is super competitive. The teams that are in 8th place right now are above 500 at the moment. So this isn't going to be some squeak by thing this year. Like you have to have a legitimate record this year in the West, and I want to see the Lakers. I mean, it's too bad with Zoe and Ingram out. Hopefully they come back quick, but. Yeah, like what do you think looking forward these next, like from January to All-Star break, like it's key? What do you...
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is, like what you said, like we've got a bunch of teams out, but I think Lonzo Ball has, like, he's official now. I think the Eagle has landed. I think he's arrived, and I think because he looks really good, he's scoring out there, and he's shooting consistently, and he's shooting well. Like, it's amazing how he went from so bad in the beginning of the season to now he just looks like a totally different player. And it's been like for like the last 5 games now. So I just hope he comes back re-energized. He's out for like the week. Ingram's also out. I hope they both come back like stronger and just we just got to get that winning streak. Like we got to start it now. I mean, we beat the Rockets out of those losses. That was a good win.
You got a great win.
And the Warriors twice in overtime. Like, and then the last game was just really a close loss. Like it was. I mean, we were talking about it before. Like the refs were giving like Durant like those superstar calls, like you were telling me, and we should have just won that game. And oh man, I just get angry thinking about it. But.
Yeah, let's talk about that Warriors game. So this was a game where this was like the game where Zoe and Kuzma really shined together. Like it was, like really nicely, like in that summer league kind of way that we had. So Kuzma had 27 points. 14 rebounds.
Wow.
And he shot 9 of 15 from the field, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, 2 steals, a block. He became the first Laker rookie since Jerry West in 1961 with 3 straight 25-point games with this one.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And Lonzo had... Well, first I'm going to say Lonzo was 5 of 6 from the 3-point line.
What?
For all you haters that say he can't shoot, 5 of 6 from the 3-point line. Like swish balls he was making. But he had 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 9 of 16 from the field. And those guys were they just looked great, man.
Dude, I was so hyped. Dude, Lonzo was just knocking those threes down. Like he hit one. The first one was like in Durant's face, like 2 feet behind the line. Just drained it. Just stepped into it. he looked so confident. He didn't hesitate and just splashing the whole night, really. And he's been doing that the last few games. But yeah, dude, they looked really good. They were really exciting to watch. Dude, I was in Vegas, man. Literally at the sports book at MGM. I saw everyone just jumping up and down. Just not everyone, but majority of the people sitting there watching the game. People were cheering on the Lakers, and people were just amazed at Lonzo. I was really happy. Wish we got that win though.
Yeah, what I noticed, what I took from this game was just on the Warriors side is how important Draymond Green is to them, because he played in this game. He wasn't there for the last
game.
He's
a catalyst.
And they just were pretty much in control the whole game. We were down 17 at halftime. We kind of were cutting it back a bit in the fourth. And that's one thing about Zoe. We were talking about last time. The one thing we're still waiting for is for him being aggressive offensively and just throughout the whole game and not in spurts. Because in this game, I remember it was in the first quarter and the fourth quarter he had most of those points. In the second and third quarters, I felt like he kind of was
he kind of faded.
Yeah, he was kind of faded. So that's what we're looking for with ball is
stay off the weed.
Focus for the whole 48 minutes. Yeah, but no, Draymond was back for this game, and the Warriors we lost 113-106. Let's see what else. Ingram had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He didn't really. He wasn't too big a factor. I felt like I didn't really feel his impact too much in this game. Who was big was Randall. Randall had 21 and 10, and this was kind of in response because in the game before, which we'll talk about, the Rockets game, Randall only played 8 minutes. He barely played in that game.
Wow. And
then he came into this Warriors game and had double-double, 21 and 10, and he looked like he's trying to stay a Laker. Yeah. And then on the this was a game, I don't know, I think this is the game where Ingram got his injury, why he didn't play today on Christmas. At some point in the game, it looked like, you saw the video, I have it on my Instagram, this funny video of Ingram.
Yeah, he got smacked in the...
the way he was reacting was as if he got hit in the nuts. I swear, that's...
They're saying it's a quad injury.
Yeah, they're calling it a quad injury. They said what was kind of troubling, what I read today just now, is that they're saying he had tendonitis in one of his quads.
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
And the other one was just a bruise. But I don't know, you never want to hear the word tendonitis with anyone.
That's interesting.
But then I don't know, I'm not a doctor or anything, not a medical person, but I feel like tendonitis is not the muscles though. How can they say isn't it tendonitis of the joints or the bone?
I think it's a tendons, which attach the muscle to the bone. But
yeah, anyways, definitely don't quote me on any of this. Yeah, so this is he got hurt here, and then there's this theme this season going on we got to talk about of 8th men, 9th men on other teams looking like all-stars against us. And there's a whole trend of this we're going to talk about. Against the Warriors, dude, Jordan Bell had 20 points and 10 rebounds. He looked like an all-star against us. The Lakers need to stop having bench players look amazing against us. The defense is our defense definitely has to improve.
That always happens. The random dude out of another team will just look like a superstar. I mean, the game that I really clearly remember is when we played against Boston earlier in the year, and this guy Baines just went off, and it looked like he was having a career night. I was just like, who is this guy Baines? And he killed us that game. But I mean, yeah, they have that bad habit. I think that just comes with lack of defense, maybe I don't know, fatigue. That can definitely play a factor. But yeah, we should have won that game, man. I mean, every game is we should have won. I feel bad just being so repetitive. But, I mean, what can you do? It's depressing, man. I'm sad right now. Lakers, we should have such a better record. We should be winning these games.
These are tough games. We're talking about the Warriors right now. That's...
Yeah, I know, but they're all winnable. They feel like they're all winnable. It's just... I don't know. We're always right there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being greedy, and I just want the Lakers to win now. And I think this.
Well, yeah, that's always.
This is part of their experience.
Yeah. So. One thing I'll say, and I know you have a lot more to say on the topic than I do, but I do feel like kind of the Grizzlies coach last year in the playoffs that they're kind of rooking us, the refs. I don't know. At the end of all the games recently, it's I feel like it's because we're young and we don't have a superstar legit. The refs aren't calling it for us. But at the end, I don't know. It just.
Dude, remember the play like Lonzo, like Durant got the board, and then Lonzo snuck up from behind on Durant, and he literally got the steal. And it seemed like, I swear to God, Durant tripped over nothing. Like, didn't get touched. He just fell over, and the refs gave him a foul. Like, I was like, come on, are you serious? Like, what's going on over here? Like, it was way too blatant, too obvious to be calling that type of shit. Like, excuse my language, but you know, that I understand. Another play was, I remember KCP. Durant was coming down like semi-transition, and it felt like he was moving his feet pretty well. I mean, it looked like he was moving his feet pretty well. He was in front of Durant. Yeah, his feet weren't planted like on the ground, but he was like Durant hit him square in the chest. Like, that should have been. I thought it was a great defense. I thought it should have been called a charge, and the refs gave him a blocking foul. And I was like, that has to be a charge. And then the other one that you posted on the page, dude. The travel on what's his name on Jordan Bell?
Yeah.
Like, that was like, come on, are you serious? That's way too obvious. Like, how do you guys not see that?
Yeah, if you don't, go on our Instagram page, GTLA Lakers 818. Have a video up called "The Travel or Nah." Comment whether you believe that is a travel or not, and I'd love to see what you have to say. Because traveling, to me, it's become a mystery in the NBA. Like, that video of what we're talking about, I swear James Harden does that 5 times a night, and he never gets called for it. But like, I don't know. I really don't understand. Like,
dude, another time, I don't know if this was the same game or another game. Speaking about travels, like, Durant gets the ball at like the top of the at the corner of the 3, and he takes like a dribble, I think, and then he drags his pivot like 2 times, like, and the ref is standing right in front of him, and he's dragging his pivot foot. Even Stu Lance calls it out, and he's like, dude, he's dragging his pivot foot. That's a travel. Mm-hmm. And the ref that's literally standing 2 feet in front of him, who's just looking at the ball, he doesn't call it. Like, I don't understand that. And Karl Malone was famous for doing that too. Like, he would always shuffle his pivot foot. But this was like really bad. This was right there. The refs have been blown this whole year. I'm telling you, they've been blown.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's move on to the Rockets game. This was one of our best wins of the season. Might have been the best win of the season. The Rockets came in, this was a Rockets home game. And the Rockets were the number 1 team in the West, maybe the NBA too, I guess that means. And we're on a 14-game win streak. And the Lakers pretty much handled this game from start to finish. Like, at the end of the first quarter, we were up 15. And I remember we started this game hot. Like, we made 4 3-pointers in the first 4 minutes.
Kuzma was on fire.
Yeah, and this is the Kuzma fire game. This is Kyle Kuzma. Started the game 9 for 9, which is
wow.
And he finished the game with career high 38 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, shot 12 of 17 from the line, 7 of 10 from threes.
Dude, he was hot, man. Yeah. His shot looks good. Yeah. Like, he just looked like a pure scorer. Like, he almost looked like, I don't know, like, his shot looks like he's been like an amazing shooter. Like, he looks like he doesn't look like a rookie out there.
No, he doesn't.
And the way he's scoring the ball, the confidence that he has, you'd think like this guy's a veteran. Like, it's like an all-star. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I got some nuggets on Kyle Kuzma. Just so with this game, he became the first rookie to score at least 38 points with 7 threes, shooting above 70% from the field in NBA history. So first time that's ever been done. And he was the first Laker rookie to have 3 30-point games since Magic Johnson had 4 in 1979-80. So like Kuzma's gonna break Magic's record of like most 30-point games. I mean, maybe someone else before had a record, but that's just the last time. Yeah, and he's I have this over since the last podcast. So over the last 4 games, Kyle Kuzma's averaging 27 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 3-pointers.
That's ridiculous.
And 55% from the field. Like, I mean, this guy is really good.
He's looking better and better every game.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? When I just saw like a picture of him in like Summer League. And dude, he looks like he's gotten a lot bigger since then. We don't notice it, I think, because we're just watching the games. But if you see his summer league like highlights, like and some of his like play, like he looks skinnier and it looks like he's definitely put on some muscle. He's gotten stronger. I just think I wish his defensive intensity steps up, but he just looks. I mean, his offense kind of like I think it outweighs the negative on his defense. But if he could just improve on that, I think that would be amazing. I think he's going to become a perfect player. And watching 2 years, I'm telling you, in 2 years, once he gets his footwork down a little bit better, he gets he just sharpens his offensive his skill and his moves to the basket. He's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and this is the first game without Brook Lopez because he hurt his ankle in the game.
God. I'm sorry, this is bad. I shouldn't be I mean, I like Brook Lopez, but I'm kind of glad he's not playing, and I wish he didn't get injured. And but it's kind of sad, but it's almost like a blessing in disguise because I don't know, he's just playing really bad, and he just slows us down. But yeah, hey, we won the game without him, so it was cool.
Yeah, and the team just looked freer, from the start. Everyone, the court was spread out more. I would love to see Nance and Kuz start at the 4 and 5. I don't know why Bogut again was started this game. And but no, we were up. Yeah, so we were up 15 at the end of the first. We were up 4 at halftime, up 5 at the end of the third, and we won by 12, 118-106. James Harden went off. He had a lot of nice moves. He had 51 points, 9 assists, 4 3-pointers, shot 21 free throws. And then the next night they played the Clippers and he had 51 points.
The Clippers.
And I swear Kobe did that. Didn't he have 2 back-to-back 51 points games exactly?
He's done that. I think, what was it against?
It was Anton Jameson.
Golden State.
They both had 51.
I remember that.
But Kobe did it back-to-back, I remember. Or Jameson did. One of those two had back-to-back 51-point games. Kobe or Anton Jameson.
That's crazy, yeah, I know.
But in one game, they both had 51 points against each other, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Which was weird.
Antoine.
Chris Paul got hurt in this game. I think it was in the second quarter, and he didn't come back. I don't know. They said he might be out a couple weeks.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he was the man. I swear, Clipper fans are so funny to me. I can't say how many Clipper fans I talked to talking about, Chris Paul was the problem. Oh no, we're gonna be better now that he's gone.
Who says that? Come on, you guys
you were there.
Dude, who says that, dude?
Chris Paul.
Last year when he was playing and he went out, the Clippers started losing. They started sucking really bad. They started looking bad. It looked really bad. And then he came back and it kind of stabilized them out. They didn't look like they were out of whack anymore. Not that I was watching them or anything, but from what I saw of their games and stuff like that, their highlights, and it was just it was interesting. I don't know. Chris Paul, he's so good. And the Rockets won 14 straight with them, and then they got their loss, against the Lakers. But yeah, he didn't finish the game.
Yeah, but I mean, that's crazy. Only 2 players in NBA history have joined the new team and started 14-0 with that team. It's now Chris Paul and Dennis Rodman.
Rodman. Yeah, he was a beast on the boards on the Lakers. You remember that? That was fun.
Yeah, no, I love Dennis Rodman. So let's see. Kuzma had hit 30 points at the 3-minute and 30-second mark in the third quarter of this game. It's pretty impressive. Let's see. Brandon Ingram had 13, 6 and 6. Lonzo had 16, 9 and 4, and 2 3-pointers. Corey Brewer had 21 points randomly.
Yeah, hey, he's playing against his old team. He's like, I'm gonna show these guys what's up. I'm in Houston. Felt comfortable.
And what else happened? Oh, so this was the first game. This is a game Kentavious Caldwell-Pope didn't play in because of he's serving time.
He's serving time in the pen.
The detention center.
Even in there.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
He's able to come. He can't leave the state of California for 25 days. So any away game, this game was in Houston. He couldn't come to it.
Haven't other NBA players gotten charged for DUIs in the past before? But I don't remember ever hearing of this type of a thing with them.
I don't know. It sounds like he had a couple incidents because he was already on probation. He messed that up. So I don't know. He might have a history of drinking.
Yeah, so it's probation. Yeah, he violated. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Josh Hart started in his place. He's been playing pretty well. Josh Hart for a rookie, he's looked solid. He he doesn't really mess up too much.
Yeah, no, he
At
does.
the very least, he's neutral. He doesn't like do negative too much.
he plays within himself. Like he stays in control. He seems in control. Like he takes good shots. He doesn't do anything wild. He's a solid defender. I like the way he definitely gives a lot of effort on defense. So I like Josh Hart. And yeah, I mean he's another good pick the Lakers got. I think. You know, if you see some other rookies, like I think Josh Hart is good for a second rounder. I think he's great for a second rounder.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's move on and talk about the Blazers game. This game was disappointing. This is a game we should have won.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Damian Lillard did not play in this game. Neither did Brandon Ingram. As I said, he got hit in the nuts the game before.
Dude, Vegas said Lakers were favored in this game. I was like, are you serious? I didn't even bet on it. Because they said Lakers were favored. It was crazy.
Interesting. Home game. They just had lost to the Warriors. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, maybe is Lillard that? I mean, but we didn't have Ingram. Like, I'm surprised. I would think that would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. He. I think. Well, this was before they announced that Ingram wasn't playing.
Okay. Then,
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lillard was already not going to play.
Yeah. Lillard was not. I had to put like $10 to win like $7 or something like that, or $9. I was like, it's not worth it. Like, but yeah, no. Dude, come on! Like, what is going on? What happened that game? It was like they were up the whole game. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't see the whole thing. I saw some highlights, but dude, like from what I heard, like Lakers should have won that.
The Lakers again, just like the Warriors game, made 8th men and 9th men on the bench look like all-stars. In this game, Shabazz Napier had 21 points, and Mo Harkless had 22 points. And these people, I had Mo Harkless on my fantasy team for the first 2 months of the season. This guy has not been playing well at all.
What are you talking about, man?
Like, and this fool has 22 points against the Lakers. Just bad defense. And it was a close game. Like, we were up 1 with 30 seconds left.
Yeah,
like,
we had possession.
Yeah, and
I don't know what happened. It was just
this was the Pope game. This is okay. So we gotta talk about Pope for a little bit because through my social media page, like again, GTLA Lakers 818. If you don't follow us on Instagram, do it now. I've been able to talk to the fans in the community. I see people posting, and there's a lot of hate towards Kentavious Caldwell-Pope recently. So much so that interestingly, yesterday after the Blazers game, he turned his Instagram profile to private.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And there was there was a whole article on Bleacher Report saying like Laker fans roasting KCP on Twitter. And it's kind of in connection with, I guess, him taking key shots a lot this season. And I remember we've talked about this. And I remember what we said, like I remember like after our second or third podcast, we were like, okay, yeah, Pope's been taking the big shots. And we are like, that's a good thing. But eventually, like, that needs to be passed on to Ingram, Zoe, and Kuzma. Like, they need to be the ones shooting that. And about that, I mean, Kuzma's shown enough to where like he should be shooting the shot. But yeah, Pope took one really ill-advised three-pointer, the first one, with about 10 seconds left in the game. I don't remember if we were down.
Well, I think we were down 3, 92-95. Was it?
I don't remember exactly, but it was only 10 seconds left. And he caught it, and like, I remember
he just turns around and does like a 3, right? A quick like, fade away.
It was really
almost.
It was unnecessary, I remember. Like, and that was bad. And then
the right shot.
If you remember against the Warriors, the second overtime game at the end of regulation, he like, instead of hitting BI up ahead, he like dribbled up an air ball, and then Kobe left right after.
Yeah.
And then again, a play was drawn up for him to shoot the last shot at the last second by Luke Walton, and he missed that one. I just think the whole thing with the storyline of him being in the detention center and him being off recently, I mean, that probably would throw you off.
If you're not traveling with the team, you should not be taking the last shot of the game. That's what I think. I don't care regardless. If you're not Kobe Bryant, you're not. If Kobe was not traveling with the team, I would give him the last shot. AI, anyone like that, he's like practice, blah, blah, blah. He's a franchise player. Like, if you're not the franchise player, you're not traveling with the team, that's the only excuse you have to take the last shot.
Stay in your lane.
But yeah, I think Ingram or Kuzma, like, these guys gotta be shooting that. Like, Ingram shot it against Philadelphia, he made it.
Yeah, Kuzma's hit big clutch shots against the Knicks and the Warriors.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, to put the games to overtime against the Knicks, I remember that. But even Lonzo, dude, like, it was 91-88. And I think there's like a little over a minute left to play. And like Lonzo just steps into a 3 top of the key and just drains it, splash ball. And it tied the game. I was like, this is against the Blazers, like earlier, like a minute. Like, that last play, I think he should have caught it and, I don't know, handed it back off to Lonzo and like create something, have like Kuzma coming off a pick or something like that. Because, I don't know, like that's fine. Like you feel confident taking the big shots, that's good. But I think too much of anything is not a good thing.
Yeah, but I just want to speak on all the recent hate on the social media. I mean, look, Pope, I don't know, people are bashing on him. Like, he's not a bad player. Like, he's fine. I remember just not long ago, on 2 podcasts ago, we were saying how he had 4 straight 20-point games. Like, so, this is a guy who's been solid for us this year. Like, it's a rough stretch. The whole thing is odd. Like, we just need these 25 days to be up so he can be back with the team. And, I'm sure that stuff's weighing on his mind and stuff.
Hey,
like,
he's hit big shots. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he has this season. I'm just trying to... just the hate, I think, just needs to drop a bit.
Yeah, you can't hate him. Like,
again, he's only on a 1-year contract. Like, if he doesn't play well this season, we're not going to have him next year. That's the beauty of it. Like, don't forget, this is a 1-year contract.
He's really valuable. Like, he brings a lot to the team. Like, he's one of the only legitimate defenders on the team. I think. But you can't, as a Laker fan, you can't hate on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he hasn't been that bad.
Yeah,
he's
not
had
that
20-point games, a bunch of threes. Like, he's been solid.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't hate on him. Like I hate on Brook Lopez and Andrew Bogut sometimes, but I can't hate on KCP. Like he's hit big shots. He's solid for us, so I got to give that to him.
Yeah,
but I think Luke should do a better job in drawing up plays. Like, come on, like I don't know, is that what you're really trying to draw up, or no one knows for sure, but
What do you think?
I don't know. Like, I think Luke has to draw better plays. I don't know. Or that, in certain situations.
Yeah, so, okay, let's run through these numbers. So, Kuzma had 18, 7 rebounds, and 2 threes. Lonzo had a near triple-double, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. He didn't shoot too well this game. He wasn't super engaged either. Josh Hart had a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Randall had 16 and 9. Clarkson had 18. The only other interesting things that happened this game, interestingly, so pre-game, walking into the stadiums, Alonzo was wearing a Nas shirt. He was wearing another Nas shirt. Yeah.
Another one?
Yeah, like remember at the Knicks game?
I know he wore at the Knicks game.
Yeah, but he had another Nas shirt on. Like,
really?
Into this game.
Was it his face on his album cover? Or?
I don't think so. I can't remember what it was, but it was something very distinctly Nas. I just can't remember. Like,
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, that's
you think it was another type of shot at him, or you think it was
I don't think there's shots really at this point. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just like a joke on what happened. I don't know. Like,
or was it like a fan, like a shirt that a fan would wear? Like, I don't remember seeing it, but
I mean, based on what he said, I don't really think he's a fan. Like,
okay.
I don't know. Like, if anything, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly. But anyways, yeah. So I want to talk to you. There was a really, speaking of Luke Walton and the play calling and stuff. Like, I don't know. I think he has a really big issue with his substitution patterns. Like, I mean, it really needs to be addressed.
It's been since day one.
Yeah, like it's still as if we're in preseason. Like, he's doing testing lineups and stuff. Like, at one point in this game,
why is Caruso in?
At one point in this Blazers game, the lineup was Caruso, Ennis, Clarkson, Brewer, and Randall. I mean, that just...
What are you talking about,
That just
man?
does not make any sense. So you have 3 players in that you play at point guard, like,
That's terrible.
at various points, all season. I mean, and 2 of them are point guards. Brewer at the 4. I mean, this team has no shooting.
You have a 3rd stringer and a 4th stringer.
Yeah, I mean, I just... And you know what really... This is something that really bothered me. Okay, let me slow down. This whole season, all the fans and, like, even I've been saying, like, when is Thomas Bryant gonna play? Like, he hasn't played 1 minute, like, this whole season.
I know, that's crazy.
Until this game. But listen to this. So, like, you're so cautious about playing this guy. Like, you haven't been able to find any time from this whole season. Yet, in this game, you decide to put him in for the first time in his NBA career in the 4th quarter of a close game. Like, why? Like, what logical sense does that make? If you've been that cautious this whole time, you would think then the first time you put him in is that, like, a more ordinary kind of 2nd quarter type of game. Like, I mean, the game's close. Like, we don't want this. If you don't trust this guy or if he's not ready to play, don't put him in the most important part of the game, the fourth quarter. Like, play him in the second quarter. Like, I was just baffled by that. Like, I'm seriously baffled. Like,
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
I think Luke Walton is hoping for like miracles. I think he's like, I hope we get a miracle win tonight.
Off the weed.
Yeah, him and Bill. But I that's ridiculous, dude. I feel like that's when I like want to pull my hair out and I just get pissed and I don't know if it's anger or like high blood pressure or like just sadness, just like everything. It's just frustration.
What are you talking about, man?
It's just all those feelings that just, when you hear that type of stuff, like, Thomas Bryant coming in. I mean, he's a cool kid, but why are you putting him in at the fourth quarter? Like, why?
Yeah, just play him in the second quarter. And like, just substitutions. I don't know, the starter. The whole thing. It's just.
Magic, tell him something, man.
Kobe, where's that Kobe death there?
Do you think Magic had a talk with Luke after the game and was like, "Yo, what are you doing, man?" Or do you think he's just letting him just?
I think he's just letting him do this thing. I think this is like a practice run year, so. I mean, even like I heard this is interesting about Magic was that,
but like
Magic to Lonzo, for example, like I heard that Magic told Lonzo like, "Hey, you just play out. We're not gonna talk till at least 30 games in." Like I heard that, like he said it to him. So like 25 games, yeah, something like that. So like that kind of tells like Magic he wants to see. He's gonna let Luke like float or sink like kind of this first year, and I feel like he might talk to him at the maybe either if not at the end of the season, maybe after All-Star break. Or, I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing, but I don't think he's talked to him yet. Like. I think at certain things he kind of sent direct messages. Like after the first game this season, when he started Luol Deng.
Oh yeah, we ain't never seen the light of day.
I think Magic sent a message in those situations, like extreme.
Was he in against Minnesota? I can't remember. No. Last time they played in Minnesota, they played him in Minnesota. I don't know. I feel like I remember seeing him again. But anyways,
yeah. So anyways, Yeah, so, I don't remember. I don't have the final score, but it was a close game. We lasted like 2 or something, and it was really annoying because we should have won. One thing that happened was Lonzo hurt his shoulder in this game. He said the words, "I heard it" or "I felt it pop," which does not sound good to me. I think it happened on a rebound. I think Nurkic maybe like pulled his arm while he was going for rebound, something like that. And he came back in. He played the rest of the game, if I remember correctly, right? And but he didn't play, unfortunately, today. And he's supposed to be out about a week or so. They're gonna evaluate in a week. All right, so that's the end of the games. We went 1-3. Let's see. What do I want to talk about now? Oh, let's talk about trade rumors. This was big kind of news coming out. Like Andrew Bogut specifically addressed this, saying, I don't know, they asked him after the game if he thought players were being distracted by, there's trade rumors.
What are you talking about, man?
One of the most legit reporters, Adrian Wojnarowski, he came out publicly and said that the Lakers had talks with Mavericks about trading Randall for Nerlens Noel, and nothing came of it. I think those talks are done, but like that Lakers, it sounded like he said initiated talks.
Bro, who is Nerlens Noel, man? Like, this guy, has he even played?
Like, this year, not really. Like, he doesn't, I don't know, the Mavericks are weird. Like, I mean, he's a solid player. He's been good before, but I don't know why the Mavericks are not, like, it feels like they're messing up, or I don't know what's happening between them. Okay. They had some weird contract thing that happened. Are the Lakers
trying to get some value for Randall? Because I think they get more than that. Like,
I
like the way Randall plays, but I mean, hey, if you can package him for like, did you hear about the other trade rumor?
Which one?
I'm not sure if this is true, about Anthony Davis and Ian Clark coming.
Oh right, yeah. What was that?
I think it was gonna be Randall, Clarkson, Nance, Corey Brewer, and I think it was a second round pick, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
I think that's right.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. Like, if Anthony Davis is coming here, I think that's LeBron James is like, okay, I'm on the boat for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to get top 10 players, like, and in the way the NBA is today, like, who's the teams that are winning are the teams with the superstars on their team. Like,
I say we keep Nance and throw in Bogut or Brook Lopez.
yeah, I mean, you'd love to keep one of those between Randall, Clarkson, and Nance. You really would. It is a lot, but yeah, it's an interesting trade. But yeah, I mean, the Nerlens Noel one, I don't know. Like, yeah, I wouldn't trade Randall straight up for Nerlens Noel. I wouldn't do that.
But you could tell. You think it's affecting their play? Like, at least
I think it's
Randall
natural.
and Clarkson. Like,
Yeah, I think it's natural. I think it's kind of like this air of like, if you kind of like are unsure about your distant future, like you kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's hard to commit to something. You're like, oh, well, I'm not gonna be here next year, so why should I care so much? Like, I mean, those kind of thoughts could be natural to come in, but until it happens, they should give 100%. I mean,
it's tough. Hey, you remember back in the day before Eddie Jones got traded for Glenn Rice, like the last like couple games before that, I remember he didn't play like Eddie Jones basketball. I'm just thinking about that now. I'm just reminiscing about this trade, and I remember like he kind of started like he just had like a bad streak of games, which is kind of unexpected of him. Like he was an all-star, and I never noticed him have a bad streak, and the next thing you know, boom, he's gone. Like, at that time, social media wasn't like, you can access to information. I don't know, at that age, wasn't that easy. Now you get in, and there were probably trade rumors, and I think that has something to do with it for sure. Like Clarkson shot like pretty bad today, like 8 out of 24.
Yeah.
That's not like him.
Yeah. Oh man, you have some good memory because I do not remember that about Eddie Jones, but. Yeah, and then there was just something saying the Lakers were confident that they could trade Jordan Clarkson, which I'm sure is true. I mean, one thing that the Lakers have done that's good for them is that they have built up the value of Clarkson and Randall nicely this year. And this is what I gotta say to the fans, like especially maybe to the more casual fans, because there's a lot of people on social media I'm seeing like, oh, don't trade Clarkson, don't trade Randall, trade Clarkson. I mean, I would never say, oh, I wouldn't trade this guy. I mean, if he's not a superstar, if we're talking about a role player or someone who's like, not an all-star superstar, like, I never say don't trade him. I say for who? Like, that's the first question. Because if you're telling me we can trade him for a player that's better than him.
When you're the owner and when you're the manager, that's how you think.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you? I mean, yeah, I'm a big fan of Jordan Clarkson. I am. And I'd love for him to be a part of this future of the Lakers. Like, yeah, these people, they're on the team for a while. You get used to them. You like them. You kind of develop, you just develop some, like, yeah. But it's like, nah, like, if we can get someone better than Clarkson for Clarkson, like, I'm all for that. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, I think that's the most logical way you got to think about it.
That's the way the NBA works, man. That's how business works. Like,
yeah, like,
if we want to win, like, at the end of the day, we got to do it. I know it's tough. It's hard. It's like a breakup, but you got to do it. Like,
yeah, if it's the right move, like, don't say no, never. You're not going to trade him. Like, if it's the right trade, you have to. Yeah, so I have a feeling there's going to be a trade by the Lakers. I don't know how big it's going to be. I don't know who's going to be involved. Like, I mean, I can tell you the names involved.
I want to see something.
The names, yeah, we'll see. But I have a feeling a trade will happen.
Hey, if we could land a superstar now, I think LeBron is getting for sure. I mean, if we can get, like, what do you think about Boogie Cousins?
I'm big on the idea of Boogie coming. I know people, they talk about his attitude problems. Look, have you heard anything about him over the last 2 years or at all since he's been in New Orleans? Like, I haven't heard a thing. Like, and New Orleans right now is in the playoffs. He's having a fantastic year. And the Lakers, they need a big man. Like, that's what we're missing. And Brook Lopez is definitely not part of our future. LeBron's not a big, so we need a big. And Cousins is one of the top 3 big men in the league. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. And
he's playing with another one, Anthony Davis. That's crazy.
So,
but I think the Pelicans know that, like, the whole Twin Tower thing, like, this is not the 90s anymore. Like, that's not gonna work. And I think they know that. Hey, like, one of them's got to go. Like,
well, the Celtics are the ones trying to get Anthony Davis. Apparently, that's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like their goal. I think this is what needs to happen. This is what I was telling my friend recently. The Celtics need to get Anthony Davis, and we need to get LeBron, and it needs to be a Boston-LA rivalry. Like,
that'd be crazy, man. Kyrie versus LeBron again in the finals, dude. This would be the NBA wants that.
And Lakers Celtics, Lonzo, Kyrie.
Dude, that would be the highest ratings probably in the history of sports. I wouldn't even be surprised. Lakers in Boston?
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's like the biggest like market. The NBA wants that. You know how much money the NBA is going to make on that? Like
A lot.
crazy. That would be the most epic series on earth. Think about it. That would be crazy. You got Ball, Kuzma, Ingram, LeBron, and I don't know. What if you have like a Anthony Davis or Boogie Cousins or something?
Yeah, I mean...
Hey, we taking the Warriors down. I'm saying that for sure.
Oh, yeah, we got to take them down. All right, I want to wrap this up soon. Just want to look at Lonzo's numbers because, again, if you didn't listen to the last podcast, I talked about how the Philadelphia Sixers game was the game where Lonzo finally broke out. Like, that was his breakout milestone one game of his career. Like, it took him, whatever it was, about 23, 24-ish games for him to finally feel comfortable. And, yeah, so I have some numbers here. Since the Sixers game, Lonzo's been averaging 14 points per game, which is compared to before that, his first 23 games, he was averaging 9 points per game. So up 5 points per game. The rebounds and assists are pretty much the same. It's still 7s and 7s. But he's doubled the amount of threes he's made. So the first 23 games, he was averaging 1.2 threes a game. I don't have the percentage, unfortunately, but it's definitely up. And now in the last 9 games, he's making 2.4 threes a game. And this is the biggest improvement and the main thing. His first 23 games, he was shooting 31% from the field. The last 9, he's shooting 44%. So
wow,
13% increase is huge.
That is huge.
Yeah, like, and you can just see it.
You shut the haters up real quick.
You can just see it. Like everyone's all the people saying he's a bust or he can't shoot. They're all hushing now. They're all getting quiet. Like
seriously, man. Like,
yeah, like Stephen A. Smith's now a fan. He's a Laker fan.
Well, I'm telling you, man, dude, weren't we saying this all along? Like, we knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like,
he's too good at basketball.
If we watched him at UCLA, we know he can shoot the ball. It was just a matter of just getting confident, just getting comfortable. Like, I mean, dude, he's arrived for sure. Like, he's in it, and I'm just so excited what the end of the season is gonna bring. Like, I want to see it like. Towards the end of the season, I want to see his progression. Like, this is a crazy progression within 25 games. Like, it's crazy. I've never seen anyone go from, shooting so bad to now shooting, like, lights out almost. Not lights out, I don't want to say that, but...
Very high.
Very high.
Yeah, no, it's super exciting. I can't imagine. This guy, when he's 25 years old, is going to be so good. Like,
oh, my God.
I can't even imagine, like, when he's
crazy
stronger,
good.
Like, already how good a defender he is. And once he gets the muscle...
Dude, he's already fast. He's going to be stronger. Yeah, he's going to be bigger. Like, he's going to be even
draining 3 threes a game. Like,
bro, he's going to be pulling that shit up like for like 3 feet behind. Easy. Watch it. I would not be surprised. Like, I'm telling you. I expect it. It's going to be dude, the first quarter against the Warriors, you said it earlier, dude. This guy was just shooting lights out. He went 4 for 4 or something like that, or in the first half or something. Like, that's amazing on the road too. Like, and his shots are like, dude, they're swishes. Like, and he's shooting with the hand in his face.
Yeah,
he's stepping into it like confidently. Like, he knocks it down when he's open, but he can even shoot it with the defender on him too.
You can tell one thing when he knows it's going in. He kind of does like he starts running back, like or kind of twinkle toesing like away from where his shot was.
Yeah.
Like that's when he knows he made it. Like it's really cool to see.
It's just confidence, man. It's crazy.
Okay, so kind of last thing I want to talk about before we wrap this up is, so we were kind of talking about this while watching the game. Like, we still haven't seen a game where Lonzo, Kuzma, and Ingram are all, like, locked in and zoned in. Like, I think that's the next level for this team to start winning enough games to make the playoffs. Like, now they've finally established, like, okay, this is our team. Like, I mean, they know now. Like, Lonzo knows, like, okay, I'm the dude. Like, Ingram knows, like, no, when I'm in, I'm the dude. Like, so that's the switch has been made. There's no more Brook Lopez out of the picture. Pope is out of the picture pretty much. Like these veterans, whatever. They're out. So like,
I think it's like it's kind of clear now that these guys are the top 3 guys on the team.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Like,
so that's emerging. Step one. Like, and now. We need. I'm very excited to see a game where they're all locked in. Like and the main problem, the reason we haven't mostly, there's been more games where Kuzma and Bi were locked in and Lonzo wasn't, because
Right.
Lonzo wasn't locked in for the first, what do we say, 23 games for the season, you know? So, like, now that Lonzo's hot, like, him and Kuz have had some
They
games.
just got to gel. Like,
yeah, like, I'm excited to see
gelling.
all three of them, like, gelling. Like,
They got to get, and what I think has to be, they have to get minutes together. Like, I think they have to get minutes together.
well,
Like,
that's interesting now because now that Kuzma's been starting for Brook, like, do you think when Brook comes back, what do you think what he should do?
hey
What do you
man,
think
Luke
he will
has
do?
been so sporadic this whole year with the starting line. I don't care what happens in the starting line, to be honest with you. Now, I mean, I don't even care if Caruso starts.
But for them to get minutes together, they need to start. Like, those Kuzma.
They gotta
Ingram,
start.
and
And they gotta get majority of the minutes together in the game. Like I'm just saying, yeah, they have to start. But I don't know what Luke Walton's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, I hope he starts him. I hope he does.
Why can't you just start Nance and Kuzma? I just don't get it. Like, why is it so difficult? You can do it right now. Like, Brook's not out.
Hey, that's
like-
Luke Walton for you, man. But yeah, they gotta get minutes together. They have to get playing time together. They gotta start gelling, and I think they're gonna get it. I think they're gonna get it quick. And once they do, all three of them start playing well together. I think that's when we'll really start winning games because
Yeah.
all these games have been close losses, and yeah, either one guy's not 100%. Either it's usually been obviously like you said Lonzo, but Ingram too, and the free throws, man. What's up with the free throws, dude?
Free throws, man.
Please, man,
Jesus.
like it's so frustrating.
That guy could not hit water if he fell out of
I mean,
a boat.
I understand like if you've played the game, you played 10 minutes already, intense ball, and like you could tell like you look tired. Like the guy looks tired. He's sweating profusely, and he's just he's exerted a lot of energy. And I can understand you go 1 for 2. You miss. Like I mean, I'm not an NBA player. It's easier said than done. I shouldn't be saying this, but for a fan, it's like it's understandable. Like okay, we can live with that. That's fine. But I mean, you start the game and you're fresh, or you're coming right off the bench. Like you can tell you're energized, and it's consistently just missing, and it's not any individual. It's the team as a whole. Like it's just so frustrating and so angry. Just like it just makes me angry. Like it's just again, I want to pull my hair out, but I think as a fan, I'm just too hungry, asking for too much, too quick.
Yes.
Free throws. I mean.
Yeah, no, they have to make the free throws. I mean, Lonzo still is like under 50%, so I don't know
That will
what's up
not
with
get it
that.
done.
Like, yeah. So in regards to the Zoe Kuz BI trio, like, yeah, I'm waiting to see that game. I want to see the box score and see Kuzma with 26, Ingram 24, and Lonzo like 18. You know, like that's
like
when I know
12 dimes,
this has
13
arrived. Like for sure. All right, so let's look ahead into the next week. I'm going to New York actually this Wednesday for about a
Big
week,
Apple.
so I won't be as on fire on the social media. But again, follow us if you aren't. GTLA Lakers 818. But yeah, let's see. We play Memphis on Wednesday. Did you know Memphis is like they're in last place, like in the West. Like
they're playing terrible.
They're awful. Have to win that game. I mean.
That's a must
Man,
win. Like
I hope Ingram plays. Like I don't know how long he's out for, but we could really use Ingram in that game.
yeah, no, we need the size, definitely.
Yeah. So Memphis on Wednesday, the Flippers on Friday. These are both home games for us, Memphis and Flippers. We
That's
have to
two.
beat the Flippers. Like we need to get better record than them. I'm sick of seeing them above us on the damn standings.
Lonzo got to come back.
Well, he's apparently not going to be checked for a week, so he's going to miss all these games. Then we play Houston at Houston again on Sunday. Then we play at Minnesota Monday. Then we play a home game against OKC Wednesday. And yeah, let's look again. Right now we're 11-21. There are two teams tied for 8th place. Portland, New Orleans have 17 and 16 records. So we are 5.5 games out of 8th place right
Ouch.
now. We're tied with the Sacramento Queens. Then the Clippers for 11th place. Then Clippers are 10th. Jazz are 9th. Yeah,
It would be better if we were like 2.5 games out. 5.5 games again, kind of deep. We're getting in deep waters.
No, I'm telling you, these next 20 games will tell if we make the playoffs or not. Like, this can't be an after All-Star breakout. Like, I mean, if it is, I'm not trying to sound like a negative Laker fan, but like this whole season, like it's a season where we're not really expected to go to the playoffs. Like, yes, it's the hope, like, but it's really this is like
LeVar called it.
This is like a practice year. LeVar said that 50 wins. He said,
Yeah, he said 50. Yeah.
I mean, if Mike D'Antoni's coaching the team, they might actually be there, I think.
Mike D'Antoni.
But that's a different topic for a different day. All right, let's end this podcast. It was a lot of fun. Hope you all had a great Christmas and have a happy New Year.
Have a happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, and
follow us on GTLA Lakers 818. Follow it. Tell your friends.
Stay in your lane.
All right, we'll see you all next week.
Merry Christmas.
The artist that made this beat is Fleslet. The song's called Love in the Sky.